Larry. Today is what day? Today's Wednesday. A little confusing since Larry's usually with Jason on Tuesday. He is feeling better. He was really sick this week. I don't know what he picked up, but the doctor thinks that he picked up a bug of some sort. So it's probably something he got sitting in the waiting room at the hospital. Because I forgot to turn the volume down because I was using my cell phone to listen to Larry with Jason. So I'm still waiting for him to come on. When he's part of a program, he gets taken in more quickly when he goes over to the hospital to be seen. When he is off the program, as he is right now, because of the inconsistency of the funding coming in, then he has to just sit and wait with everybody else, and he's just a number like every other illegal sitting in the waiting room. And with everything that's coming in, puts him at much greater risk. And of course, in his compromised immune system, that's a problem. But I will let you know that he sounded way better this morning. Now, he didn't sound nearly as good on Jason's program as I had expected. So it could be he's been working. And I have a phone call coming in. Be right back. Oh. Hey, can't you click on it and get in? On your Twitter, you mean on your text message? I have sent it twice. This is crazy. Okay, I'm going to send it again right now. Hang on, just stay on the phone and tell me if you've got it. I'm typing it right now. I've got everybody listening to us while we're doing this. It is a new way to jam us up. So I just sent it again. This is the third time I've sent it. And if we have to, we'll just go old school and I'll just put you on speaker. So just give me a sec to get the external mic out of the drawer and get that plugged in. And if we have to do that, we will do that. All right, well, I'm putting you on speakerphone, so let's just go ahead. You're live.
All right, folks, I'm sorry about doing it this way, but we have a new form of harassment, I guess we could say, in that hold on, I've done something. All right, I'm back, I think.
Yeah, we still hear you. Give me a second. Just give me 1 second, Larry. Let me turn up the microphone on or the volume on my computer a little bit more because it's really hard to hear you. So
I don't have a lot of air to push after doing Jason's program, so I'm sorry. But folks, pretty much as I told y'all, what happened, I think you see it has happened with the release of the transcript. In the transcript, you will find there is not a single thing that the president has said in that transcript, which was written down by 4 people, and they compared them to make sure they had all heard the same thing. There is nothing in that conversation that violates quid pro quo. He didn't make any reference to leveraging anything for asking him to simply check into the Biden and his son Lee. And so that you know, as I told you, I think yesterday, he is the chief law enforcement officer of the land. So technically, it's well within the purview of his job to inquire or ask a president of another country to inquire whenever he believes there is wrongdoing. himself saying what he said, that's pretty stout prima facie evidence of wrongdoing potentially. So the president did nothing to violate the law, nothing. And he could have gotten a whole lot more direct with some of the things that he said and still not have violated the law. But you see, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. What this is all about is the thing we've talked about over and over and over again. From this day until Election Day, November 2020, they're going to keep the harassment of an impeachment inquiry going every day. Something different, something new. I just received word that they're going to ask that Trump turn over the transcripts to every conversation he's had with the president of the Ukraine prior to this. Every one of them. Now, of course, the president's going to say no to that. That's going beyond the pale. That's just going too far. But of course, when he says no, they're going to say he's covering something up. So you see, in this game, he can't win. He cannot win. What I recommend or wish he would do, what we've all got to do, is hope that President Trump takes an offensive position, offense. And he needs to come at Pelosi and Schumer and Schiff and Nadler and all of them. He needs to come at all of them by saying, okay, guys, what's the real root cause behind all of this? What's the real reason behind it? Because it's not politics as usual, guys. It's not. In my lifetime, I've never seen this. It's not unusual to see a president and the party of the other party controls one or both of the houses. They fight, but they usually do their fighting by legislative tricks, by votes, by pulling votes, by stacking legislation. They're all these number of tricks to take a president out of his groove, getting his agenda done. But you never have seen it to the point where it incapacitated the government so much that it can't do any other function.
And of course, that's part of the plan, to be able to say that our government isn't working, so we need a new one, so let's get rid of the Constitution.
That's right. Any other person, any other time, you've never seen this. You haven't. Even Clinton. I mean, as much as we were doing to expose Bill Clinton, you have to understand that I spent years trying to get the media, the American media, to tell the truth about Bill Clinton. And they wouldn't. They were just as rigged then as they are now, but you didn't know it. And people didn't know. Fortunately, Ambrose Evans Pritchard and the Sunday Telegraph started breaking it and covering it, and they're so well respected that the mainstream media had to pick up on it. When they did, it just went crazy and went viral. But it was nothing like what you're seeing happen to Trump.
I'm going to add, Larry, that the story of what happened with Ambrose Pritchard is in your book, 28 Years to Nowhere. So if anybody wants to listen to more details about that story, you can buy the book at nicholslive.com. And both Larry...
I hope y'all know this. When I talk about things in the past, I give the names of people. I don't say unnamed source, unnamed. I mean, I have to in some cases, but most of the time I tell you exactly the name of the people I was with, who I was working with, what I was doing. So that, hopefully you see, unless you call the people yourself and verify what I say. But anyway, if you got any questions,
Gloria said Nadler is demanding that Barr recuse himself, and Kamala Harris jumped on board. So, what do you think about that?
Well, makes me feel good about Barr. It at least makes me think Barr, he's going to be on the up and up if they're trying to get rid of him. And if they wanted him to stay, then I'd be nervous. I don't think they're going to be able to force him to accuse himself because legally he is not connected, to my knowledge, to any of the stuff at the level say Sessions was. So I don't think he has to recuse himself. He may choose to, but I don't think he will. And he cannot be forced to recuse himself simply because President Trump picked him to be Attorney General. You got it, folks. They can't do that because every president picks the Attorney General. So they can't do it. They'll try, but they won't be able to. Anybody else can.
That's the only question we have right now. And big boy, if you think it looks like I'm in a prison, it's just because I'm sitting in front of a brick wall that's in my living room. So.
Well, here's what I want to do. If y'all have any questions, please get them in because I'm running down pretty fast. And I don't know how much longer I can hold out. I've been kind of going up sick and it's not very attractive over the hair. So anybody has any questions, please get them in now.
Peter says the Democrats should recuse themselves from Congress. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yes.
Gloria says that the American people are finally seeing the Democrats for what they really are. It's long overdue. Much of it is coming to fruition like frosting on the cake today.
Well, going on with what Gloria said, this is what I'm talking about with President Trump. I think he should go on the offensive and he should just cut to the chase. And he should put the B right on top of the Democrats. What are you doing this for? What's the real reason you're doing it? You know, if you want to stop my legislation, you've got the ability to block it with votes in the House. As long as you've got control of the House, you can stop any legislation. And as far as his executive orders, you can stop that with your appellate judges. So why are you doing this to Trump? What is it about this man that they believe they've got to destroy him? What is it? I can tell you, Trump made the fatal political mistake. He went to Washington, number one, planning to do exactly what he said he would do in his campaign. And number two, he went to Washington and planned to stand up for the American people, all of the American people first, not the government first, not the first, the American people. And that's what he's done. And got rid of it.
Pam heard that the whistleblower.
They got to get rid of Trump before chance that what he's all about catches on to the public. And I don't want me saying that.
Sorry, I interrupted you. Pam says she heard the whistleblower worked for Clinton and Schumer. Heard it on the internet.
Well, if it came from the internet, I wouldn't put much stock in it. But apparently, there is something that has been brought up on the media to some degree, on Fox anyway, that some high-level insiders said that the guy that went blowing the whistle has a definite bias towards one of Trump's potential opponents in the Democratic side. Now remember, this person is not the person that monitored the phone call. This is the person that whoever monitored the phone call told about the phone call, and then he or she came forward. So you've got a big legal issue there that nobody seems to be interested in, which is what about the person that admitted to this eventual whistleblower? That guy broke laws and should be in prison.
Well, that's all we.
Still there?
Yeah, that's all we've got. I was just looking through the chat, and we don't have anything. Somebody's suggesting that the Senate, they don't think the impeachment will go anywhere because of the Senate. But as you said with Jason, the issue isn't impeachment. They don't really want to impeach. All they want to do is keep an impeachment inquiry going so they can run this whole drag Trump through the mud fiasco until election day, hoping that they will discourage people from voting for Trump.
That's right. That's exactly right. And guys, much ado over nothing with Pelosi's press conference yesterday. She just called for an inquiry to keep going. It's been going. You'll notice she did not say she was going to bring it to even the committee for a vote. She's not. As long as she doesn't do that, as long as she does not put it out for a vote, where all Democrats, at least those on the committee, have to show their true feelings, then nothing's actually happened. Nothing at all. It's just keeping it stirred up, like Mary Lynn was saying, just keeping something stirred. And you'll go from this to the next scandal will be they want access to all of his phone calls to this president or prime minister, whatever he is. And Trump's not going to give them to him. He was not bound to give them this one, but he did. And he's not going to do the rest of them. And they're going to claim he's covering something up. So see, go figure. What else, Leon? Anything?
No, that's it. That's it.
Everybody doesn't know. They're pretty beat up and run down.
Yeah.
So, if I may.
Yep. Go ahead, Larry. Thank you for being here. I'm going to add that if anybody wants, you did go into a little more detail on the issue with the phone call to the Ukraine president and Biden and the impeachment inquiry and the games they're playing when you were interviewed with Jason. So you can find that if you just go to YouTube under Jason Goodman, you'll be able to see that. No, Terry, I haven't done that yet. Reverend Roach says this has the potential to poison independent and some Democrats against their own party. There are some strategists who are saying that today. Of course, you had suggested that the concern is that the people who voted against Hillary will be so turned off by all this trouble with Trump that they will vote for the Democrat no matter who it is. And so it's a lot of game playing back and forth to go after the soft base.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough race, but we will see it start shaping up with more definition. I agree with whoever it was that said this may end up hurting the Democrats some. I think this is so blatant, so obvious that it's going to be tough for being president, but they're not decided Trump hater. They're just not all of them. And so there's a chance that what they're doing with this phone call stuff, what they're doing may end up hurting them. Maybe. Well, with that, I'm going to bug out if you don't have another question.
That's it. Thank you, Larry, very much. And
Thank you. You keep it up now, and I'm gone.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to read to you something that I posted on Facebook today. As you know, I've been reading through the book of Deuteronomy, and I finished. Oops, sorry about that. Let me turn that. Sorry. I finished reading Deuteronomy today, and it was interesting after watching Pelosi's press conference last night, and I was trying to see the ones that the Democrats and the Republicans had this morning, and I missed exactly what I missed them. But after hearing what Pelosi had to say, if I can get to my Facebook page, I'll read you what I posted this morning, so I don't have to run across the room to pick up the Bible. But I was thinking about what they were doing, and sorry, I just got kicked off Facebook, so I can't even get in there. Just give me a sec. Sorry about that. So with the things that they are doing, when you think about what Deuteronomy is all about, it's the giving of the law again, and the things that God says will bring blessing to us if we obey God, and curse if we disobey God. And so here's what I wrote on Facebook. The Democrats have kicked God out of the party. And of course, they haven't kicked Allah out, just God and Jesus Christ. They've removed the "In God We Trust" sign from the House chamber. So here is God's response. The Lord will send on you curses, confusion, and rebuke in everything you will put your hand to, until you are destroyed and come to sudden ruin because of the evil you have done in forsaking Him. The Lord will cause you to be defeated. That's Deuteronomy 28, verses 20 and 25, in case you want to look it up and share that. We don't mess with God, and we certainly should not be disrespecting the people that God has allowed to be in authority. And to see what not everybody, to see what half the country is doing against President Trump when he is in a position of authority, this is something we've never done to any prior president. And certainly our side has never done anything like this against a Democratic president, or a Democrat president. I won't say Democratic. Anyhow, back to Larry's needs. If anybody can help Larry at all, just go over again. His PayPal is the fastest way. That's nicholslive@aol.com. That's his email address that you use for a PayPal account. nicholslive@aol.com. The link is at the website, nicholslive.com. Nicholslive.com has a link under merchandise to Larry's book, 28 Years to Nowhere, where he describes the fight over it was the 28 years when the book was published, and leading up to the election. I don't remember if we go past the election. We might have gone past. Yes, we did go past the election. So the book came out in, I worked on it in March and April of 2017, February and March of 2017. And it came out at the end of March 2017. And So it described the 28 years up until March 2017, Larry's fight with the Clintons and what he did, what our team did to help President Trump win. And we certainly want to help President Trump stay in office, because if he loses, Larry has heard that, he has told us that within 6 to 12 months we will be under full communism. Well, he's heard that that timetable has been stepped up significantly. So there will not be time for any kind of reaction. Once the new president's inaugurated, it's a done deal one way or the other. Either President Trump wins and he makes a whole bunch of changes, or the Democrats win, our Constitution is immediately gone, and they usher communism in. So Larry is very much involved, and I can't say how, because I'm not privy to that. He is under contract and with security clearances that limits how much he can tell us. So please know that he has contacts at very high levels, and there is a lot that he does behind the scenes that none of us know about or can know about, but it really does make a difference. So read between the lines with things that he talks about. And certainly anything that he's sharing with us, you can guess that he's very involved in working on something with somebody related to what he tells us. So Larry's book is 28 Years to Nowhere. And if you order it now, Larry was too sick before for us to be able to get his autograph. But if you order the book now, his friend Mark has a box of the books, and he will take the book over and have Larry autograph it. I couldn't do that when I was sending them out, because I couldn't send them to Larry because he had no way to get to the post office to mail them after he'd signed them. So everybody's got a book autograph with my autograph because I helped him write it. But if you order a book now, you will get both Larry's and my autograph. And so that's the deal. Larry has a really beautiful CD that's available. And the t-shirt, Never Socialism, is really eye-catching. And the Never Socialism logo that's on that t-shirt, and the concept Never Socialism was Larry's idea. We have applied for copyright for the logo and for Never Socialism. I did put in for the hashtag Never Socialism, so that should be ours as well. So we've got the dibs on that. So get the t-shirt because it's really stunning. And Larry does get a little bit of the proceeds. There's a small percentage that comes to him to help with his meds that he needs. So help in any way you can, appreciate it. The website has other ways to donate, including a phone number that you can text to get other ideas if you don't want to send cash. You cannot cash checks. So there is a way to do checks, but you have to send a text message to that phone number to be able to get that information. So thanks a lot. We will be here tomorrow. God bless you. Have a pleasant evening. Goodbye.